Take off the mask.
Why?
Who could possibly be the man behind the mask? We'll never know.
I guess we won't. I have a big zit on my nose. So.
It's not even that big. I thought it was going to be like nosebleed. You take it off, it's just like pretty much a little blackhead. Like, it's gigantic.
It is. It's like big and red, and it's like right on the bridge of my nose.
That's cool. I get those all the time.
Yeah, well, you rock that confidence. I don't.
Sounds good. So Thomas is going to be doing that for the podcast. Very cool. You know, this would be the good time to like have a puppet of yourself that you can pull up.
I could just like
anytime you're feeling self-conscious, just pull up a puppet of yourself.
There we go. Get a little.
Anyway, welcome back to the Screen of the Weens. We're talking about Lupin the Third. Yeah, did you get tired of that?
Yeah.
I was waiting. I thought you were going to last like 10 minutes, but no, a minute 12. Yeah, it's like super not noticeable.
I don't even know if they can see it from the angle.
Yeah.
Is that so? You said this is for me?
Yeah.
Sponsored.
Not really.
We watched that today.
We watched Lupin the Third. So we watched part 1, which most of what I've seen from Lupin is I've watched a ton of the movies. I watched like 20 of them.
Yeah, I've seen a much smaller amount of the movies than that.
And I've seen like out of context clips from the English dub of part 2.
Yep.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was pretty excited to watch this. It's pretty pumpin', rumpus. I didn't get to watch because we did have to. I didn't expect us to be recording on a Thursday again, so I'm like, I'll have plenty of time. So I didn't start watching until late Sunday, and I worked all the days. So
I started last night. So.
You were off though. Yeah. I had to work. So I think I watched one other movie this week. I barely did anything else. I played a couple board games last night. Let me check my diary to see if I've watched anything else except the one that I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I did. I watched the live action Scooby-Doo movie.
The Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's probably the best movie ever made. Probably. I watched this South Korean movie called Exit that I'd been meaning to watch for quite a bit of time. It came out last year. It's about this guy who's unemployed and he's really good at rock climbing, and suddenly a gas attack happens in the middle of Seoul in this one area, and they're stuck in a building. And they can't get to the roof because it's locked from the outside door.
But he's good at rock climbing.
So he climbs out the side of the building. It's really fun to watch. I really had a good time with that movie. It was pretty funny at times. It was more of an action comedy than anything else. But most fucking comedic movies in South Korea, it's we don't mind making you cry though too, or at least having a deep emotional impact. But I really enjoyed that movie. I was expecting to have a fun time, but I really loved it. I also watched this movie called Get Duked. It came out this year. Terrible name.
It didn't hook me by the title.
It's about these kids in these delinquent kids who are sent to this kind of retreat thing where they have to go on this nature walk and do a bunch of stuff so they don't fail out pretty much. But they're being hunted. Sounds pretty lame, but it was actually pretty good.
Reminds me of The Pest, starring John Leguizamo.
That movie good. Better than expected, though. I really enjoyed it. One of my favorite rappers, Danny Brown's on the soundtrack. Nice. Right at the beginning, I'm oh, fuck. Because I know it was supposed to be pretty music-based in this soundtrack and kind of a fun little movie, but I was just it's probably just going to be kind of lame. And then Danny Brown started playing. I'm okay. Maybe they know what's up. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed quite a bit of it. It has its issues, but overall, much better than I expected.
Okay.
What the fuck? What day did we record the last podcast?
It would have been a week ago today.
Was that the 3rd? It was the day before Halloween? Or was it on Halloween?
It would have had to have been like either. It wasn't on.
No, Halloween was Saturday.
Yeah.
We were recording on Thursday. I watched The Golden Compass.
Ah, yeah.
The only thing I'd known about from the, because I'm watching a bunch of young adult novel adaptations, I had played the Wii game. That's all I knew about it. That movie fucking sucks. Has a good soundtrack, though. But it fucking sucks.
Yeah, I bet.
And then I also watched, on Halloween, we played some board games, watched Scooby-Doo, and we also watched a couple episodes of Goosebumps.
Oh, nice.
We watched Say Cheese and Die, and we watched The Haunted Mask.
Oh, The Haunted Mask is one of my favorites.
Yeah. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like, actively, I don't know why. Every time I put on a mask, from when I saw that to when I was like 8, I'm like, I'm gonna die. But it's pretty lame now.
Oh.
But, like, it's better than I expected. And especially because I watched Say Cheese and Die first, which is the first episode in, like, the series. But the 2-parter Haunted Mask was, like, kind of like the pilot film that they made. So that came first. And because it's like, yeah, we want to show you what it can do, it has, like, much better production value. And, like, it's just better. And then Say Cheese and Die is, like, really lame. But, like, they were both kind of fun to watch, but...
I'm surprised there hasn't been, like, any sort of attempt in recent years to do, like, a new Goosebumps show. There's been a lot of new material, and it's like... They've
done quite a bit of, like, movies.
Yeah.
Not even, like, excluding the Jack Black stuff. Like, there are a lot of, like, made-for-TV... I think there's like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not even Goosebumps. I think R.L. Stein made a different...
Yeah, R.L. Stein's got a couple like different like
children's horror series.
They were making those even like when we were kids. Like I don't remember what it was, but there's one that had the dad from Waverly Place in it.
Holy shit, that's the next pick. That's what we gotta watch.
Oh no.
That sounds amazing.
I should have shut my fucking
We should watch all of Wizards of Waverly Place in 1 week. It's better than most Disney Channel live-action shows.
I'm sure that's probably got a certain degree of truth to
Also,
it.
the dad in Wizards of Waverly Place is fucking awesome. He owns a sandwich shop.
That he does. I just remember one... I don't know if it was like a running gag or if it was for one specific episode, but like he would always open the fridge. He'd be like, "Where's the mustard?" And it's like always like right there.
I think that was just one episode.
Okay. Well, that stuck with me. So.
And you're like, now every time you open the fridge, you go, "Where's the mustard?" And your dad's like, "Shut the fuck up!"
No, I can find the mustard pretty easily. It's a big yellow bottle. It contrasts.
I have a red mustard. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did. And I had to watch like 7 hours of Lupin or whatever it was.
Oh, nice.
Probably more than that. What was that? If 3, 6, 3...
If you assume they're all like 20.
8 hours. 8 hours Lupin.
Nice.
Did you do anything else?
I played a little bit of Little Hope, which is the new like Dark Pictures anthology. Like they did Man of Medan.
That's right.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's all right. Okay.
Then I did. I watched some more werewolf movies. I only have to
watch Howling 7, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's an exclusive 10-second review for Howling 7. Go.
Lots of country dancing. Lots of country dancing. And a very convoluted plot in between all the country dancing.
Was the country dancing good?
No.
Did you say you still have to watch one more?
I have to watch The Howling Reborn.
Oh. Did you watch Another Wolf Cop?
I did.
Is it bad? Is it worse than the first one?
Do you want to know my honest opinion here?
Sure.
It's kind of fucking awesome. It surprised me.
Yo!
It surprised me. I was not I was like, oh, fuck, I have to watch Another Wolf Cop. And it's kind of a blast. It felt like a full moon movie, if a full moon movie actually knew how to have an entertaining time
Blood
with itself.
Dolls. Full Moon can do that.
I haven't seen Blood Dolls yet. Yeah, it reminded me of a good full moon movie. That's what I'll say.
Like, are there any full moon movies you like?
I like fucking Demonic Toys.
Yeah, it was kind of like Demonic Toys.
Yeah, I like Demonic.
Was it better than Demonic Toys?
I
Yo, Wolf Cop versus Demonic Toys.
Probably on the same level as Demonic Toys.
Cool. That's exciting. I'm glad that something was out of the blue good, or at least fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was good, but it was fun.
It was awesome.
It was a blast to watch. They took the core complaint that I had about the first one. I'm sure that was probably a common complaint.
Not enough pee-pee.
Yeah, not enough pee-pee scenes. But
not enough werewolf pee-pee scenes. Do you want some of these pinwheels? Okay, let me open this outside of the mic. That was probably really loud.
I've never had one of these before. What is it, like a donut?
You allergic to anything?
No.
Okay. It's piss. Good piss.
Pretty good.
Pretty good piss. I drink this piss. You ready for some questions?
No.
Alright. We'll just sit here.
Okay, I'm ready.
From Pierre. Number 1. If you had to choose one fast food restaurant to eat at for every meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Maybe like, does Subway count as fast food? Yeah, right? I'd probably say Subway, because if I ate anywhere else, I'd feel like I'd die. Like for every meal? Or I'd be eating something that tastes disgusting. Like one of McDonald's like salads or something. You go to Wendy's? I fucking hate Wendy's. I actively fucking hate Wendy's. Frosties are pretty good, but
I feel like they've got, like, whenever I go to like someplace like Jack in the Box or wherever, I don't know. Like, I feel like their burgers are really bad, especially when it comes to like the vegetable department. Whereas they usually feels a lot fresher from Wendy's in my personal experience in my location of living.
Maybe it was just the Wendy's I live near, that just sucked. Maybe I should try it again. The last couple times I have a Wendy's like right next to my house. They're fine, I guess. I do not like Jack in the Box.
No, I don't like Jack in the Box either. They're like
very occasionally there'll be something that I enjoy there. Like, I feel like I'm fine with chicken nuggets from like any fast food place because it's a chicken nugget.
Yeah, I eat at Jack in the Box a lot because it's like the only place that's ever like open when I'm off. And I usually just get like the fucking spicy chicken strips they've had.
But in general, I think Jack in the Box is like bottom of the barrel.
I'd agree.
But I guess Subway, I don't even really like Subway that much. Like, I like it every once in a while. I'd get sick of it, but like everything else I feel like would just kill me if I ate it for every meal.
No, of course.
So I feel like I'd have to pick Subway.
I think
because then I can at least customize it to be healthier if I wanted, or to. There's enough customization there that I feel like I'd be okay.
Yeah, I feel like most places have like salads and stuff too. So
yeah,
you'd probably be.
But Subway has like at least the one at Walmart. It has like pizzas too, and it has like
really?
Just like those like little microwavable pizzas. But just it has enough that like you could make it a salad if you don't want a sandwich.
Yeah,
you can get those sliders. They have pretzels. Yeah, I feel like there's enough. Question number 2. Quick, Mike Pence has entered your home and demands celery and mayo. How do you answer this rather bizarre request? I'd shoot him in the head.
Oh, I wasn't going to say it, but... Hey, man, he entered my home.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm defending my property. That's all I'm saying. I'd probably punch him.
I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house.
I don't want to get arrested by the FBI while they're still in fucking office. I don't know.
Maybe we should cut that part.
No, it's fine. It's defense.
I didn't say
it's anything. Fine. By the time anyone watches this, like, more than, like, your friend and, like, Pierre, by the time we hit it big, they'll both be dead. Of old age. They're both ancient. I think Mike Pence is only like 60-something, but ancient!
He looks a lot older.
He does. That's what the Mayo's for.
Ah, there we go.
Question 3. Do you think David Lynch, there he is, knows about the lie that is preheating your oven? The food gets heated anyway, so why bother just not putting it in? Pierre doesn't preheat the oven. Like, he'll put it on whatever, but he'll just throw it in right then.
What a weirdo. Who does
Do you not do that either?
I mean,
it's fine, but Pierre doesn't understand why people would. And I'm just like, what? I don't know. I just want to cook it evenly. I just want to make sure that the time... I don't want to have to look at it. I can just go, hey, 20 minutes? I'll come back in 20 minutes. It's fine. I don't have to check on it. David Lynch actually probably doesn't preheat the oven, though. He probably has his like own like wood fire pizza oven.
Probably.
Knowing David Lynch. Or he just like has a campfire he roasts like a whole pig on. I don't think David Lynch has any of these things. Did you? What?
I'm not doing anything. I just figured we were close to done with the question corner.
Oh no, Pierre sent like 20 questions.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding, he sent 3. Alright, we're done with questions. It's time to talk about Lupin the Third.
Everybody's favorite bean.
Lupin the Third. Lupin the Third. What do you think of this, the song? The beginning, like, opening?
I like
it's really weird.
It's strange, but it's got that kind of like early anime charm to it.
I think in general, the soundtrack for the series in general, and like the tone that it takes is really weird, but I enjoy.
Like points where I'll forget the soundtrack is playing, and I'll just hear like, "Hey, he's a groovy guy," and I'm just like,
"Lupin the Third. Lupin, he's a nice man." It's just like something like really intense will be happening. It's like da 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 da.
Yeah.
But I really like the soundtrack just because it is that weird, like, like, really early anime.
Yeah,
just like,
what, 72?
72, I think.
Yeah. They say it in one of the episodes, the Time Traveler episode.
That's right. That's a good... So, I guess we'll talk about our thoughts on the series overall, and then I did write a list of, like, my favorite episodes.
I didn't write a list.
But you probably remember some of them.
Yeah, I can name off a couple that I liked.
But overall, what'd you think of the series?
Overall, I thought... I think if you like Lupin, you're going to like this series. Yeah. It's not perfect. It's obviously, like, early anime writing. Like, some of it's pretty hokey. Creepy, yeah, especially towards like the earlier episodes
with Fujiko, specifically Fuji. It's like later on. I feel like after like episode 7, it's like fine, like completely.
You can tell that they revamped the show like at episode 4.
Yeah,
that's when like the title changes. And
that's intro. So it was just the intro before, but then afterwards, then it's like Lupin's like monologuing over it. He's like, "I'm Lupin the Third.
Yeah,
I like to eat people."
And then they replace it with a different but very similar song. Like later on, and it's like
I will admit that I did start skipping it quite a bit just because like I didn't have time.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was in this. I watched like each one like once or twice, and I was like, all right, I gotta skip.
Yeah,
but they were.
If I had the time, I would have watched them all. I'm not going to just be like, just skip anime intros. Like, you can. I don't give a shit. But
yeah. I usually only don't skip ones that I'm like, yes, this is like a god tier.
Most Bleach intros, I don't skip. I really like pretty much all the Bleach songs.
I've only seen like that small, like, little bit of the anime.
You've seen like first season, right?
I've seen... what would equal out to be like the first 2 seasons according to like Netflix.
Okay.
I got like a chunk into the 3rd, but I didn't like dedicate myself to the third season enough, so I ended up falling off. But the fucking first intro, that shit.
The Bleach?
Yeah. That's the one.
I really, really like the aesthetic of all the intros as well, because a lot of them are just like Ichigo walking around in like street clothes.
Yeah.
Some of the later ones are like characters from like the Soul Society and stuff, but just as like humans in street clothes, and they all have like really sick fits on. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah.
You get your own little mini AU in the intro.
Nice.
I really like Bleach.
You'll see shit like that if you ever watch the One Piece anime. Just watch some of the intros.
I'll probably read the manga and I'll probably like watch the movies. I like watching anime movies of long running series, even if they're bad, because like I really like seeing like the fruition of a bunch of character development, even if I haven't been there for said character development. I like seeing characters at the end of their journey or like super far into it.
Yeah.
There is no end of the journey for Monkey D. Luffy.
And we're getting close to it.
Not yet. Oh, what if he dies?
I mean, he probably will by the end of the series, but that's a completely...
I meant the author.
Oh, Oda?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Doesn't Oda like have bad hands?
No.
No, that's Berserk.
There's Miura and Togashi, who are the two famous hiatus kings. Oda is like the complete opposite on the side of the scale. He's a man who like dedicates his entire life to just drawing One Piece. Like the man's got a schedule where he like sleeps 3 hours and does nothing but like draw One Piece and smoke cigarettes.
He's like the David Lynch of...
he's
David Lynch should make a live-action One Piece movie.
I don't know how I'd feel about that combination, quite honestly. I'm sure...
You'd watch it.
Of course I'd fucking watch it. How would I... I think I'd go to jail if I didn't. Those are like two of my favorite things combining into one.
Okay, if there was, let's say, a Western director... You have to have a live-action One Piece movie, and you have to pick a Western director. Who do you pick? We're supposed to be talking about Lupin.
Sam Raimi. I feel like he'd do some good stuff.
I was just, off the top of my head, I was going to say Gore Verbinski or whatever. The guy behind the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The first three, at least. He didn't do the other ones. Because I think the first Pirates movie is pretty good. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I'll probably pick that eventually. Probably just the first three. I don't want to watch 4 and 5 again.
I've only seen the first 3.
Good. 5's fucking dreadful.
I didn't think that 2 or 3 were all that great when I saw them, but I haven't seen them since I was a kid.
Yeah, I feel it. I don't think to it. I think there are some sequences that are really fun in them, but overall, they're boring. They're pretty long, too.
Yeah. So...
Oh, yeah, so Lupin. Really good. I really enjoyed it. I really fucking like Lupin, though.
Yeah. It's the Green Jacket era, as it's so called. Yeah. So it's like this, and there's like a couple movies. I don't know what movies off the top of my head, but it's not too many where he wears the green jacket. I know the one that Miyazaki directed. Because
Miyazaki directed the series, or at least after episode 2, I think.
Oh, okay.
The original showrunner got fired. He originally did... Have you seen the pilot film? Mm-hmm. It's like 9 minutes. I really like that. I don't know if you noticed, but they reused the ending for episode 8. They do the exact same thing.
They also do some of
the clips. Yeah, some of the clips are from
like the fucking like weird magazine.
Yeah.
Shit.
I really like the pilot film. Mm-hmm. In general, I feel like I like the pilot film more than almost all of these episodes, but like not to say any of these episodes are bad. I just really like the pilot.
Pilot episode's fun.
But yeah, overall this series is pretty epic. I feel like in general, I get why they fired him after the first 2 episodes. They were like, "Hey, can you kind of change the tone or like kind of change what you're doing here?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay, bye." And they brought in Miyazaki. And I get it. Personally, I really like episode 2. The one with the magician.
Yeah, I think it's a fun episode, but the way that it all concludes itself is where it kind of unravels, and it's like, all right, this is just kind of lazy writing.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think that if Miyazaki had directed episode 2, it would be my favorite episode. I still put it on my list because I really like a lot of the things in episode 2, but I do think it kind of flounders the landing, which is unfortunate. Which is funny because I don't even think like Miyazaki's not even like a favorite of mine or anything, but I think he did really good in this.
Yeah.
And I have seen of course, Castle of Cagliostro. That was my intro to Lupin.
I haven't seen that one.
It's really good. I need to rewatch it, but it's not one of my favorites out of Lupin, surprisingly. It's always like looking on Lupin lists. It's always at the very, very top, but there are quite a few that
I've heard that like they act slightly out of character in that one. Like it's not like a 100% on brand. Like it's close enough.
Yeah, I would. I guess I can't really say for certain because it was the first thing I watched, and that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
but I have a feeling we're going to cover eventually all 5 or 6 parts of Lupin, I guess.
Oh, that was the plan. It's 5 parts and then the Fujiko mine timeline.
But we'll probably also cover a couple of the movies. I was thinking maybe eventually.
I figured we'll probably do like this, then in the future we'll do Green Jacket era movies.
I was just going to say we should watch Castle of Cagliostro and Lupin the first, like the newest ones.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
but we can do whatever. Yeah, after the first, they only did, technically there's only like a couple Lupin movies and the rest are just specials. And I'm like, they're an hour and a half long, how is that not a movie?
Yeah, they're fucking movies.
Whenever they're like, it's an OVA special, I'm like, shut the fuck up, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's not like cinematic quality, meaning it won't have great animation, but it's a TV movie.
I don't know, there are quite a few. I really like the animation of just Lupin series in general. This one didn't have like great animation, but
it was meaning like in the terms of like production value.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
In general, this series doesn't look like phenomenal because it's
early 70s.
It's like 50 years old. That's weird to think.
It's older than Gundam.
The voice of Lupin, I don't know if you knew this. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was pretty famous at the time for dubbing Clint Eastwood roles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And is this like the same cast that does like later on stuff? It sounded like it.
I think so, if I remember correctly. He was pretty synonymous with Lupin. At least he was Lupin for quite a while. They weren't in the pilot film, but they were chosen for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that Jigen is the same voice actor as he was in the pilot, though.
Mm.
I do really like I thought it was all going to be episodic, but there is at least some sort of arc with like Goemon,
Zenigata,
Like
he gets progressively trickier.
They had to have been right. Monkey Punch had to have been writing this and been like, yeah, they're supposed to be gay, right?
Oh, like Jigen and Lupin.
I meant Lupin and Zenigata.
Oh,
like. Come on!
See, I always got because it's like Jigen's always like, there's damn women. She's always tricking you.
Literally, like there's so much gay energy in like every Lupin interaction. I'm like, it's gotta be on purpose. You know, like it was, especially like the final episode. In the last episode, Zenigata's like crying and like, Lupin, I can't lose you. I'm like, you cannot be writing this and think, yep, 100% straight.
I can't wait. I've seen like stuff from the out of context for like part 2.
I was watching that when you were walking in.
Yeah, and there's like apparently like an episode in that where they like get stuck out in the desert like handcuffed to each other, and it's like, oh, that seems like it'll be a good episode.
There are some really good like Lupin movies where it's like Lupin and Zenigata are stuck together for a bit, and it's just like they're so fucking good. I do appreciate that like they didn't just follow the Lupin formula every single episode, where it's like Zenigata chasing after them and they're being chased by like a more sinister collective of thieves as well. But like, man, in every Lupin movie, Zenigata is like a pretty decent role, so I couldn't help but just miss him in a lot of the episodes. He just wasn't there. I'm like, yeah, but where's Zenigata? Okay. The same goes for like, I as much as I like this series, I do think that Goemon just wasn't super fleshed out. I also like it's really weird because sparsely used, and it's really weird because he's just like, I hate women in this pretty much. Or they're distractions. But like later on in a lot of the movies, he's like just really nervous around women. He's like, oh big titty lady. And I think I like that more for him because it like adds more dimensions to his character, because him just being like iron faced the whole time is just like one thing. But like in general, I was surprised at how much there is a decent amount of depth in some of the characters. I really like the time traveling episode. I really like how the fun dynamic between Lupin and Fujiko. I really like their relationship. I think it's pretty fun.
I don't like how the exact note that ended up on.
I want to stay single!
Yeah, I was like, granted, I haven't watched as much Lupin as you have, but it seems like, I don't know, I always got the gist that he actually did like Fujiko.
Yeah, he's in love with her, and I think he's still in love with her in this. He's just...
It just doesn't want to jump on that opportunity.
Yeah.
I guess I get it. It doesn't seem like his character to be tied down unless he's like intentionally like, all right, I'm going to settle down now after one big final job or whatever the fuck Lupin would do. Because we know he could never truly quit his life.
He just does shit. Yeah. He doesn't really even care. I think I like Lupin so much because he just doesn't really care. Like, even if he gets the money, he just likes fucking around.
I want like a special or a movie where it's like years in the future after like fucking Lupin's been retired for some years and he goes to like a retirement home and gets the old gang back together.
It's literally like The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, but with Lupin.
Zenigata's like 100 years old.
He's like on his deathbed ready to go out, and then
he like said he doesn't. No one even tells him. He's just like, no, I feel it. I know. He's just slowly coming after them in like a walker the entire movie.
He eventually gets like a high-speed wheelchair or something.
So let's see. Let me go through some of my favorites. We already briefly talked about the Magician one. Yeah, I really enjoy that one. There's actually a movie where the Magician returns. It's considered the worst Lupin movie by far. I'm pretty sure that was the first dip into 3D animation, but it was like direct to TV, and it was like 2005 or something. Apparently, it looks dreadful. If I had extra time, I was gonna watch it because I've been really excited to watch that one.
I've got all the movies and specials on my drive at home, so I've seen the name like Pike Hall's Return or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
and I've been like,
The first episode, like, I really like the second episode, but the first one to like really wow me, I really like the jail episode.
Yeah,
I thought it was really funny.
That's one of the first ones where I was actually like, all right, yeah, they're starting to get the groove of Lupin now. Another one I really like is the fucking Napoleon cards episode. I thought that one was pretty.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it was pretty good. In general, I don't think I disliked pretty much any episode.
Not like, strongly. There might have been like an element here or there where I was
most of the time, like, I either really liked these episodes or they were just kind of forgettable for me. Yeah. Which is fine for a television show. I'm just like, okay, I watched it and I forgot about it. That's whatever. But the jailbreak episode was really fucking fun to me.
Yeah. I like the hostage episode. The one with the girl who's like being held hostage.
Oh yeah, and they have the train. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, I think, like episode 21. That was pretty close. Yeah, to the series. Yeah, I really like that one. I really like things that involve trains.
Yeah. Plus, it's kind of funny to see like just they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna just take this girl, and she's just beating the shit out of both fucking Jigen and Lupin. And it's just like, the car's like fucking flipping around and shit. I love that.
I have this on my list, but now I can't remember what it was. It was Hitman Sings the Blues?
Oh, that's the Poon episode. That's the episode where Fujiko used to be in this like Bonnie and Clyde hitman relationship.
Oh, yeah. That was like... I thought that the episode had a lot of problems, but like I really like the idea of it. I think it adds a decent amount to her character.
There was just one scene in that episode where she's like laying down in bed after she got shot and she's in like some sort of fever dream, but she's just like, Poon.
That's right. I remember that. Because wasn't that his name?
Yeah.
I remember thinking that the whole time. Like, his name's Poon? I really enjoyed the time traveler episode. Mm-hmm. It was really stupid, but I think like it might have been one of the stupidest episodes of the series, but I thought it was really fun. Especially the way that they trick him at the end.
It wasn't one of my favorite episodes, but one of my favorite moments was like, I think it's from the first episode. No, it's from the Pie Call episode, actually. It's when they're like, right after they shoot the rocket launcher at him, and like Jigen's like, we need to go away, and he's like, what, me run? Okay. And it's just like the delivery on it was just like A1. It's so good.
I really enjoyed the episode which of the third generation will win, where they brought in the other third generation guy who I thought it was pretty fun to have Zenigata have kind of a rival, and then they work together. I'm glad he didn't stick around for any more episodes. But it was a fun little thing. And
I figured, I'm like, oh, are they going to bring this guy back? But
yeah, I'm glad they didn't. But I thought it was a fun episode for Zenigata in particular. Mm-hmm. And then another good episode for Lupin. I really like the Catch the Phony Lupin episode. That's the one where he goes to the island.
Is that the one where there's like a bunch of fake Lupins?
Yes. He's chasing the bunch of fake Lupins was the third generation one.
Oh, okay.
Because they're all Zenigata.
That's right.
That part was hilarious. And then there's like a bunch of little kids walking towards them, one of each, so there's just a tiny Zenigata.
So how did you get so many people in on?
No, but I think it was the episode right after. It was Catch the Phony Lupin. Somebody's using Lupin's name.
Oh, the Island of Thieves episode? Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I like that one.
There was a lot of just little fun stuff about it. I really like the
wristwatch episode.
Wristwatch.
It's the one where they get like the bombs like placed on their
wrists. Oh yeah, that was pretty fun. And then I fucking knew, obviously, I'm like, that's Fujiko. She's behind.
Oh,
but I just think, even if it's predictable, it's just kind of fun. It literally does feel like Scooby-Doo. I say it every time, but it's a really comfortable show to watch. Mm-hmm. I'd probably say this is also better than like the original series of Scooby-Doo. Maybe. The original series of Scooby-Doo is pretty fun.
Depends on what you want.
And there are some pretty iconic monsters.
Yeah. There's just I like Fujiko for the most part through the series, but there are a couple moments where I'm like, God, Fujiko, you bitch. Like this scene where like Lupin's about to take off in the fucking flower bomb, and she's just like last minute, she's like, I changed my mind, and then just fucking right into the ocean. Or fucking like the one where they're about to hang glide out of there, and she's like,
oh, wait for me! And they're like, no!
It's like, no. Yeah.
I do like the end of that episode where, like, they're all like, Lupin and Jigen just aren't having clothes, and she's at the very bottom. And he finds a diamond in her hair, and he's like, I don't take consolation prizes. And she's like, no!
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What episode was that? I didn't write it down, but that was one of my jams too. That episode in general.
The one with that's the one where like she's like egging him on the whole time, like, oh, if you were your fucking grandfather, he wouldn't. He's like, you know what? Fine. He goes too far, steals all the jewels, ends up being like 13 minutes behind.
I want to see a movie or a special with his dad because he's always wearing his cape and his top hat. I just think that's funny.
Frickin' what's it called? There is the beginning of like episode 3, the flower episode. She was just being a total like fucking psychopath. She just like gets on the boat and shoots at the random boat. And like even Lupin was like,
yeah, that's right. I forgot it. That was a weird episode.
That's probably like my least favorite.
Yeah,
episode,
I would
honestly.
probably. I like kind of like how weird it gets because there are Lupin like movies and episodes that are really fucking weird, like aliens invade or like actual wizards show.
Oh, weird. I haven't experienced that.
One of the first episodes I watched was, or movies I watched, I'm pretty sure it was like an ancient alien artifact and they were gonna like blow up. They do that a lot, actually.
Blow up stuff?
Yeah. With the ancient alien artifacts.
Oh. Huh.
Lupin's really dumb. That's why I like it so much. I wish Scooby-Doo was like Lupin. Wait, it is. I was gonna go, I wish Scooby-Doo had a bunch of movies too, and I'm like, wait.
I really want them to cross over.
Jesus, that'd be so good.
I just picture like fucking Zenigata and Fred working together to try to like trap Lupin.
And like outside of that, Shaggy like doesn't know what's going on, but it's just hanging out with Lupin.
Yeah, him and Scooby just coincidentally like run into fucking Lupin and strike up a friendship. Fucking Daphne, just the redheaded Fujiko vibes, can go hang out with her.
Velma hangs out with Goemon.
Someone make this happen, please.
Velma gets really good with a sword.
Dude. Oh, yeah.
And then I really like the finale.
Yeah, I thought it was a good finale.
It's really fun because I feel like it'd be a good like starting point too. It felt like the epitome of like Lupin kind of thing, especially of the Lupin formula. And I'm glad that they ended off on just pretty much a Lupin Zenigata chase like episode. I really had fun with that. And it had some great delivery from Zenigata, like, Lupin, I'm gay free!
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, I thought the series was really fun. I wouldn't be surprised that after watching all of them, it was like one of the not worst ones, but one of the...
Yeah, it's just underdeveloped, the time period it came out in with the limited animation and just the tendency to kind of like lean on bad writing.
But I don't know, I've heard that I've heard mixed things about part 3 and part 5. So
yeah, part 3, I haven't heard anything bad about it, but I know it's like the least popular part, at least over here. No one ever talks about the pink jacket era. It's the only part over here. I guess part 5 doesn't have like an official DVD release yet, but it has an English dub that was on Toonami.
Huh.
But yeah,
I honestly might start watching part 5 in a bit just to see how it is. I might not watch all of it just because I want to experience what like new Lupin episodes have been like.
Yeah, I'm really excited for part 4 and part 5. I think those two, I don't know if they're like completely interlinked, but I know that they're like somewhat interlinked.
Oh, okay.
They're both Blue Jacket era. Like part 4 is the Italian adventure, and I don't know what part 5's called. Oh, it's Lupin is still burning. It's like a reference to the first episode.
The first episode?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty epic.
Yeah, and they're dubbed with the part 2 cast. So
nice.
Tony Oliver, and I think is the guy's name.
Yeah, I think so.
And then there's like Richard Epcar, who does like Joseph Joestar in the dub. Not part 2's dub. That's the guy who voices number 1 from Codename Kids Next Door. But
and I shouldn't watch the JoJo's dub, right?
No. I mean, you can check it out after, but it's not the way to go for the series.
For any of them?
I would say not for any of them. Part 1's got a decent dub, and I'd say I like part 3's dub. Part 4, I like, but it's got its issues. Specifically, they cast Vic as a fan favorite character, and it really brings that.
Well, we can redub it. I'm going to redub every Vic Mignogna role.
And then part 5's dub is pretty good. Like, it's got some decent voice acting.
You just gotta pick JoJo, so I'll watch it finally. Just kidding.
Yeah, one day. Maybe we'll do it for something else. Because if you ask my opinion, I think that a certain format is superior than the other.
The video games.
Yeah.
Well, short podcast today.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I kind of expect that, because how much can you talk about a series that isn't really interconnected without diving into, like, certain, like, production, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, if you were to rate the series, do you have a rating for it?
Probably like a 6.
I'd give it a 7. I think I really enjoyed it. There were a couple episodes here and there that, like, episode 3, like, most of them I just don't remember if they weren't, like, but I don't, like, have a bad taste out of any of them. And the rest I really enjoyed. So, yeah, 7. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
I really fucking hope I don't get a 4 or lower on this one. Oh, I'm going to do the camera. Because I was really hoping...
What is that? 3 and a 1. Okay.
All right. Well, the 3 movies... I guess I'll just talk about what I was going to pick.
Okay.
I was going to pick chess movies. Because I know we were talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do that next week. Because this isn't taking my pick, right? That's what we were talking about?
Yeah, we can go with that.
So we're just picking 2 from in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you want me to take one? You take one?
Sure. Sure, just grab it from here.
God damn it.
What?
All right. What's yours? Please don't be Family Guy.
It's not Family Guy.
What is it?
It's Dracula 3000. Didn't they make 2000 first? I'm not watching anything else other. 3000.
It's not linked.
Okay.
Dracula 3000 is it's this is Dracula 3000.
Oh boy. Okay.
Apparently it's really fucking bad.
I'm
sure. And the other pick is Epic Movie.
These are both yours.
Yeah.
Because mine wasn't in this bright blue. I guess that's how we'll differentiate our selections here.
Oh no! I was so excited!
Do we have any sort of like titles that we want to give these bag episodes?
The bag
episodes.
Yeah, so...
Well, it was about time we got one of these.
That's rough. Let's see how... I don't think either one are super long. Dracula 3000 is an hour and 26 minutes. An Epic Movie is an hour and 26 minutes. They're both exactly the same one. That's good, at least. At least we get short stuff. Good, because I need to catch up on what else we're doing, too. Yeah. I should probably get on that. I'm halfway through, so... You haven't started?
No, I'm going to, though.
On the 20th. Day before.
No.
Alright, well, thanks for watching. Yeah, bye. Lupin, he's a very nice man.
Good guy.
Lupin, I'm going for you. God damn it.
Lupin.
I'm so angry.
What, that it's not gayer?
Yeah.